What's up, everybody? This is Reverend Guns, and today we are going to be taking apart and cleaning the magazine to a Sig Sauer P365. So the first thing we want to do is make sure it is clear and safe to work on. Right behind the trigger here is the magazine release. When you press that, it causes the magazine to pop out. Second, this is your slide lock. When you pull the slide all the way back, you'll push the slide lock up, and it will lock the slide into place. So pull it back, push it up, and it locks it into place. Now you can look down the barrel here and see there is nothing inside the barrel. Alright, we're going to release the slide lock and set this aside. This video is for the magazine. Alright, here is the magazine. Some tools you're going to need. I'm using a punch. You need something to poke with, so anything really, a small screwdriver, anything you can use to poke with. You want a clean nylon brush, something that hasn't had any solvents or oils, something that, you know, I use this one just for magazines, so it's got nothing else on it. I use 91% isopropyl alcohol. It cleans what you need to, and it'll evaporate quickly so it doesn't attract dirt and dust. And then you'll want a clean rag, something that doesn't have any oils or cleaners on it as well. So to take it apart, let's grab the magazine and look underneath here. Grab something you've got to poke with, and it's this little circle right here. You're going to push that downward. Now this has got the little extra grip on it, so it's just this center piece that's going to move. When you push it, it's going to slide towards the front of the magazine. Now, I typically keep my thumb over the open end of it so nothing comes flying off when you take it up, the base plate off. So go ahead and pull your base plate off. And now this whole bottom grip is still holding the spring and everything in there. So when you slide off the grip, it will give you access to the spring base and the spring. Okay? And you might have to kind of wiggle it to get it out of there, but as soon as you do, it wants to try and launch out at you. So we'll go ahead and pull everything apart here. Now on the spring, it's slightly wrapped around the spring base here, so I just kind of twist it off. It just kind of snaps in there. And on the other end, you've got the follower. Okay, same type of thing. You just kind of, you can twist or tilt it one way. It's just kind of barely snapped in there, so just pull it off. Got the spring and the mag tube. Everything here is what you will be cleaning today. So I'm going to grab my alcohol and just kind of go through this one at a time. We'll start with the mag base. Just kind of spray it. And I kind of no point in letting it soak because this will evaporate pretty quickly. But grab your brush and just start cleaning everything. Go around it all. Break anything, dirt, mud, gunk, anything you can see we want to get brushed off. And then take your rag and wipe everything off. You can get as detailed as you want with this. So I'm actually going to grab a Q-tip here, and you can see in these holes, a little easier to clean if you just kind of cram and spin a Q-tip in there. I like to make sure I get everything. Okay, I might cram the other end through the hole. And we are looking pretty good. Alright, we'll move on to the little base grip here. Grab your alcohol, Give it a good spray down and start scrubbing. Ain't gonna hurt to get every piece you can. Alright, we'll grab a rag, wipe everything down. And we'll call that clean. Let's grab the spring base here. Go through and start scrubbing. Once you got that scrubbed off, go ahead and wipe it off. I'm going to grab another Q-tip here and just kind of get in those little crevices, make sure there's nothing left in there. Alright, got the follower. This is probably the dirtiest part of the whole magazine. So if you gotta spend some extra time on it, go ahead and do it. Get all that crud off. Go ahead and grab your rag, wipe it off, make sure all that crud gets wiped off. And again, I like to use the Q-tip to kind of get into the small areas. Make sure I got everything out of there. That's looking pretty good. Let's move on to the spring. Now, I don't typically scrub this because springs aren't easy to scrub, so I just kind of follow the spring with my rag here and give it a good wipe off. It's typically all it needs. Now, pro tip, if your gun is not locking the slide back after you fired your last round, this spring is what you replace to fix that problem. That's generally your issue. Alright, spring's done. Alright, last is the tube itself. You want to get up here towards the top of it real well and spray everything down. And just go at it. try and get everywhere you can. Alright, grab your rag, wipe it off. And I like to shove the rag through so I can wipe off the inside real well. Alright, everything's been cleaned. Now it's time to put it back together. Now I want to note that you do not put oil on this. Oil attracts dirt, dust, and this is a very small pistol, so a lot of people like to keep it in their pocket. We don't want anything that's going to cause the magazine to jam up and not feed into the chambers, so don't put any oils on this. Alright, to put it back together, basically you want to follow the orientation of everything you see here. So we probably want to put the spring together first. You can see that the magazine and the spring kind of have a slant orientation to them. You want to keep them that way. So grab the spring, and you'll notice there's like a wider end of the spring and a smaller end of the spring. The smaller end is what holds the follower. So going in the same direction and orientation, okay, this is what it looks like. It just kind of snaps into place. You stick it on, snap it. It holds itself. And if you take the base does the same thing. It just kind of snaps around that little U there. Now you want to make sure the more rounded end is towards the front of the magazine. It's kind of like an arrow. It points to the direction that the bullet goes. So you just kind of snap that into place as well. Okay? Pretty simple. Now, like I said, same slant orientation there. Feed it up into the hole, and the way you know that you've got it in the right direction is on the follower itself. It's got a little lip right here. There we go. It's got a little lip. That's what pulls up the slide lock to lock your magazine back. On the magazine, there's a cutout for it. So when you slide it up in there, that little slot, you should see the little magazine lift, the slide lock lift right there. That's how you know you've got it in the right place. Alright, so let's turn it upside down. And this is kind of a jiggle and move for the slide base here. But you've got an opening on one side. One side's not open for the mag base to slide in. The open side of it goes towards the front. The same way with the arrow of the base. So we're going to use the extra grip here to kind of push down the spring base and slide it over the end of the tube. Okay. Now the reason why I say it's kind of a jiggle in there is because you want the spring base to actually fit into the magazine itself. There we go. And it should look like that. Okay, you need to be able to push this plate down into the mag well, so you can take the mag base, and you kind of see how the rails line up here, and it allows you to slide the whole base back on, just like that. And you should have heard it snap, and that little button should be seated right back in the hole. Once you've got that seated, you have now finished putting it back together. So we have just successfully taken apart, cleaned, and put back together the magazine to a Sig Sauer P365. If you made it this far in the video, please make sure to subscribe, help me out. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. I also offer the online course to get your Texas license to carry a handgun. It's the 4-hour class broken down into segments and saves you progress so you can do it at your own pace. After completing the course, you can print your certificate. Then it'll help you locate an instructor close to you, no matter where you are in Texas, so you can complete the shooting portion of the course. This is all certified by the Texas Department of Public Safety. Check it out at reverendguns.com. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below. Be sure to like and subscribe for more firearms education.